What's up, Shag B? What's up, Wolf? What's up, X Globes? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Art? What's up, Down to Brass Tacks? What's up, Jess West End? What's up, Keno? What's up, Texas? What's up, JJ? What's up, Rado? What's up, Ben? What's up, Islam Letters? What's up, Not Trolling? What's up, Wolf? What's up, Barton? What's up, Hangnail Truth? What's up, Laurie? Laurie is obsessed. She wants to date me. I told her no, though. What's up, Jason? What's up, Big Swerve? What's up, Mike? What's up, Flatman? Lori says my name is Red Idiot Philosophy. Playing hard to get, I see. What's up, Mahmood? What's up? Oh, goodness. What's up, Pisto? What's up, Grisu? What's up, Rayu? What's up? Lori says he's a dude. No homo. What do you have against homos, you homophobic? JB, what's up? Arepa, what's up? Art, again, what's up? Lori is a dude. She loves you. MGTOW. Casket, what's up? Is it very windy? Is there a lot of wind? Hope it's not too bad. Hope it's not too bad. What's up, Fox? What's up, Captain Caps Lock? Somebody says I look CGI'd. What's up, Ute? You haven't got work or something today? Why are you sitting in the park alone? Because it's awesome. What's wrong with you, you freak? I tell my friends I think the earth is flat and they think you're crazy and they think I'm crazy, says somebody in the chat. Well, I always say, thinking you live on a spinning ball with no evidence, that's crazy. Caps and Caps Lock says I should go work out. I have massive body structure. I guess. It's just a pleasant Saturday morning, you know. We have a very angry vegan in the chat today. Someone says they've taken P900 shots of the stars and they look like orbs in water. Just make sure you focus properly with the P900. Somebody's asking for my opinion on suicide. Fucking hell. Don't do it. Don't do it. Suicide only works under the presumption that when you die, it's all over for all of eternity. Somebody says that I'm famous for my stupid Black Panther and McGregor videos. I am famous. I'm famous for utterly exposing the racism of the Black Panther movie, the most racist movie ever made. And a sure sign that you're dealing with a minority who's a racist is if they really like the Black Panther movie and its sort of political social messages. It's like a sure sign that you're dealing with like a black racist or Hispanic racist if they like the political message of the Black Panther. And you also say that I'm famous for my Conor McGregor videos. My Conor McGregor videos are just absolutely fantastic. And, you know, some people wanted to stay in a safe space and root for the guy with the undefeated record, who was fighting in his safe space, what he knew, what he was used to. And some people didn't want to root for the outsider going into unknown territory. But I'm not interested in being right or winning. I just want to do what I'm passionate about. And I think McGregor's a cool guy, but lately McGregor's been kind of it's been kind of pointless, kind of boring. I think he had his peak. I think it's over for McGregor. Jeremy Jensen, just a thought, but have you ever wondered, the moon is in our atmosphere inside the firmament. Maybe they did go to the moon, but the moon is close and local and they're making it seem like it's far away. It wouldn't surprise me at all. It does make you wonder, you know, if the moon is within the pressurized system of the Earth's atmosphere, then they didn't have to violate the second law of thermodynamics by going into space. So maybe once again, they've moved the globe post. Do I still like Kanye? Kanye, I mean, what's really there to say about him? You know, some people think that his little spat with Candace Owens was a sign that Kanye West no longer liked Trump, but that's not really what happened. He had a spat with Candace Owens, and I'm pretty sure he still likes Trump. Yeah, I'm just bored. I'm like, what the hell? Might as well pull out the camera and live stream. I'm sure there's a lot of bored people out there on this Saturday morning, so I figured some people would want to dwell with me in my boredom. Chris, did they really send a rover to Mars? If you're bored, play video games. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's probably what I should be doing. But video games are an interesting one because you have to suspend disbelief to enjoy video games. Since sometimes I don't have the willpower in me to pretend that the real world doesn't exist and that the fake simulated video game world matters. So I have to be in a certain mood. Good morning to everybody who somehow made it through the YouTube censorship algorithm. Thank you for coming in today. I had a really weird thing the other day. I did a live stream about how the moon is now inside the firmament, according to science. I had like 500 live viewers, very unusually high numbers, even though people have told me that with 206,000 subscribers, you should probably have thousands of people watching, but that's another topic for another time. And I noticed that the video was getting a ton of views in the first couple hours. And whenever I would go to YouTube and type in moon atmosphere to see if my video would pop up, it'd be in the third result. Top 3 video when you type in moon atmosphere. That hasn't happened to me for a year and a half. Actually, so somehow I made it through the algorithm. And then like 2 hours later, I saw that the views were they got chopped in half. Not more. It was like 75% less views were coming in. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I typed moon atmosphere again into YouTube, and my video was nowhere to be found. You could just scroll infinitely, you'd never find my video. So when my video is no longer in the search results, and also probably not being recommended, the video views get chopped by like 75%. So recently I went back and I added the word atmosphere to the title of my video, and now it shows up when you type moon atmosphere. So now it's there because I had to fuck around with the tags and the title. And now you can see my video high up when you type in moon atmosphere. So I don't know what the fuck happened there. I don't know why originally it was in the top results and then suddenly it's not in the top results anymore. Who knows? I mean, you're dealing with a insane algorithm. The best way to beat YouTube's algorithm is to make a channel defending the globe. Make a channel called Mr. Skeptic Proves the Globe, and YouTube said they're censoring flat earth videos, and we already know they're promoting pro-globe content. Just go to YouTube and type in flat earth and just look at the results. All mainstream media, all shitting on flat earth. So if you want to make if you want a channel that's probably not going to be censored, maybe you can become a pro-globe channel and you'll get tons of subscribers and free algorithmic preferential treatment. Sort of a larger number of people out here today. Saturday. If NASA went to any celestial bodies, they wouldn't have to lie. Sari the Pooh says, pro-globe, aka science, aka reality, those bastards. No. Nope. Let's see here. Where the fuck was it? Lately, you look like you are lacking of melanin in your skin. Get some tan to earn a minority privilege. You're right. You're absolutely right. And whenever I feel particularly guilty for being a white male, I go out and I get a little extra sun so I can claim that I tan and that I'm part of the melanated minority club. Absolutely. Absolutely. Zoe Bear says, with all due respect, what difference does it make what shape the planet is? Oh, well, here's a great rebuttal for that one. So that question is an admission that you think the earth is flat. I'm going to say that again. That question, what difference does it make what shape the planet is? That question is an admission that you think the earth is flat. Because you would think that the literal transformation of the very ground beneath your feet would have a cataclysmic impact on your life. Skyscrapers should come crashing down. Bridges should crumble. Institutions would be toppled if the literal shape of the ground, the earth you walk on, changes from a sphere to flat. It should be a cataclysmic society-wide breakdown. And yet, you have the audacity to ask a question. What difference does it make what shape the planet is? Maybe it won't make a difference because you know it's already flat. Because after all, the Earth is obviously and observably flat. It just so happens we live on this convenient globe thing where it can both be a giant sphere that you can be stuck to the underside of, but for all intents and purposes, it could also look pretty flat locally. And apparently could even look flat from 128,000 feet altitude with a very wide field of view. Neil deGrasse Tyson. So people who ask the question, hey, well, you know what, even if it is flat, it won't make a difference. The literal ground under your feet changing shape won't make a difference in your life? It should be a freaking Armageddon if it turns out that what we all thought the shape of the Earth was wrong. So it's almost like you're admitting you know the Earth is flat. You know what it is. And after all, it is obviously and observably flat. So damn, Jason, you are a hardcore vegan in the chat, bro. We got Enrique, big fan dude, all the way from Japan. Cool, bro. We got a straight up vegan up in the chat today. Ranty Flat Earth. What's up, bruh? What's up? Oh, Jesus. Ranty. You know, I wouldn't be doing this live stream right now. I'd be listening to Flat Earth Debate. Unfortunately, it's a rerun today. So, yes, utterly bored. Ranty Flat Earth up in the chat. Ranty Flat Earth. Everybody go subscribe to Ranty Flat Earth for some of the best long distance flat Earth observations you'll ever watch. Ranty Flat Earth up in the chat. Everybody go subscribe right now. Ha! Debate Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin had his chance, right? With Eric Dubay. And it didn't even have to debate. It didn't even have to be a debate. It could have just been a discussion. But I think Owen Benjamin, things are looking good for him right now. I think he probably knows it's flat, but obviously it's not easy coming out and saying that. So, you know, we got to give Owen Benjamin his time. He'll come out. And you know, the great thing about Owen Benjamin is that he's truly red pilled. He's red pilled as hell. He doesn't take any bullshit, you know. He doesn't take any bullshit. You know, he's not gonna get, you can't guilt him for being a caucasoid. You cannot guilt Owen Benjamin and say he and his people are a bunch of racist bigots. He's just not gonna fall for it. So it's cool that he's woken up and he sees liberal tactics. The mind of God says high IQ peeps get bored easily, all good. Yeah, I mean, and that is actually very true, you know, and it's just like it's like the curse of the high IQ type thing, you know, and you know, not everybody understands it, but the mind of God absolutely gets it. You know, thank you very much for understanding. Thank you, A82. Somebody says that their dick is flat. Sounds painful. What does IQ mean? Intelligence quotient. Only high IQ people know what IQ means. By the way. And if you're really high IQ, you know what EQ means. And that's what I'm asking from Simon Dan. That's what I'm asking from basically any of the angry globetards who got really triggered when I said that I do high IQ skeptic research. I need to know, what's your EQ? What is your EQ? EQ. EQ. What is your EQ? Because clearly you must not have basic social and interpersonal skills if you didn't understand my high IQ statements. So you must have a very small EQ. Is this coming in inverted, by the way? Is the text inverted? Hope not. You see, I was very bored this morning, but I wasn't bored enough to want to read about Frodo Baggins walking through bushes for 6 whole chapters. So I wasn't that bored. It's pretty bored, but not bored enough to want to hear about Frodo Baggins walking through bushes for 6 hours. Because that's what half this book is. It's just Frodo Baggins walking through a bush. Can't. Painstaking. Have I looked into the dragon in Morocco? No, I'm not sure. That's not the dragon that people allegedly claim they can see from Google Maps, right? Like, satellite picture from Google Maps, and there's like a giant dragon. Like, I hope that's a joke. It's got to be a joke. Oh, please, man. That just sounds really absurd to me, dude. Hey, but then again, I thought Flat Earth was crazy. So who knows, right? The real question is, does it stand up to the evidence and the scrutiny? Looks like Jimmonson Fire Parallax is a proud meat eater. I'm hungry. You need children. Something to take your IQ down a bit. Really? It's going to take my IQ down? Glass balls destroy space. Red pill philosophy, cockazoid, LOL. I'm a cockazoid devil, man. I'm a cockazoid devil. An evil cockazoid devil. DMT Matrix, $2 super chat. You're 28? No, I'm 31 actually. I'm actually 31 years old. Um, 31 years old. I think it's almost time to start thinking about having children. Wow, children. But you know, you got to sit back and you have to ask yourself, why are you even having kids? I feel like you should probably ask yourself that question before you have kids. Just like, why are you doing this? Don't just do it because that's what everybody else is doing. Julie Bennett says you'd make a fantastic father, in my opinion. Hopefully, right? Try my best. Ranty Flat Earth, £5 super chat. Thanks, mate, for the shout outs. Much appreciated, brother. Keep exposing the globe. Hashtag high IQ skeptics. I mean, exactly. I mean, it's basically let's let the high IQ club, high IQ crew. I mean, we're just, you know, it's like not, you know, it's just like, hey, I mean, there's a book out there. It's called The Curse of the High IQ. And it just talks about how, like, yeah, I mean, when you have like a high IQ, like it's, you know, it's not easy, man. Like it's tough, you know, you know, there's great advantages to being high IQ and like being a skeptic, but then there's certain disadvantages because some parts of society don't know how to deal, you know. So yeah, man, hashtag high IQ skeptics. And you know, hopefully, you know, just people just people just become skeptics, you know. Well, I don't live I'm not convinced on van life. So yeah, if I am gonna have children, I mean, that's the thing. You need, I mean, you don't need a house. You can do it in an apartment. In response to their parallax, but yeah, so that's the thing. And then you need to get a house. I mean, I guess you could get an apartment, but then now you got to start asking questions about, you know, I don't know. I'm not even sure houses are worth it, to be honest with you guys. I really don't know. D Scripta, rest in peace, says those who say they have a high IQ only have a big ego. People who have a high IQ don't say they do. Well, you do say that you have a high IQ when you're, you know, in like a never-ending debate with pseudo-skeptics, pseudo-intellectuals who, you know, just prance around on top of their consensus and use that as an intimidation tactic. Just got gray all of a sudden. I don't know if I should have a house, though. Should I get a house? Hey, guys, is home ownership worth it? This is like a topic I've been thinking about lately. You know. So, I don't freaking know, man. Yeah, see, Ranty Flatter, exactly. See, Ranty gets it. Ranty, he gets it. Ranty says, you know, he says people with a high IQ are able to problem solve. It's why, you know, globe heads are generally low to medium IQ. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, come on, I shouldn't even have to explain this. If you can afford it, yes, get a house. They are if you like to have a backyard. Ryan Q. Vincent says he has a high IQ of 80. That is high, right? No, that's pretty low, actually. Someone asks, get a small house. Someone says, what are your thoughts on Bitcoin? And they add, don't get a house. Yeah, It's a tough one, to be honest, because the home industry, the housing industry, they like to come up with their statistics saying that it's a good investment and that if you just get an apartment, you're just dumping your money into something and you have to pay rent to the day you die. Whereas with a house, you can eventually pay it off and own it in full and you don't have to pay rent. You just pay your mortgage and then you stop paying for the house. Well, not exactly. Um, you still got to pay property tax here in America. So you, you don't ever really own your house if you don't own the dirt it sits on. And I don't think you can just buy the patch of land permanently. I'm pretty sure you still got to pay property tax on the land indefinitely. So you don't really ever own the house because you have to pay property taxes indefinitely on the land it sits on. And if you don't pay the property tax, you lose the fucking house. Unless your house is like a mobile home and you can just pick it up and wheel it out somewhere. So no, you actually never fully own your house, and for that matter, you actually you can't treat the house like it's your property. Most homes come with crazy rules about what you can and can't do to it. Like if I buy a computer, I can basically do anything I want to the computer. I can fucking add little decals to it. I can paint it any color I want. I can add new hard drives, take them out. Shit, I could smash it to fucking pieces if I felt like it. But with a house, a lot of times that I've seen, there's rules. You can't even like remodel your bathroom without violating some code. So, yeah, you own your house. And you know what? I bet the reason all these little codes and policies exist on what you can and can't do to your home in terms of customizing it, I bet the reason those little policies are in place is because some real estate agent, when you're gone and dead, wants to sell that bitch for massive returns. And they can't sell a house that you've butchered. So I'm still looking into it. I don't know if home ownership is a wise decision. I see the appeal of having a house, but I still don't understand if it's a wise investment. I understand the appeal of having your own little home base. You can customize it, paint the walls a color, and you can hang your little photos up wherever you want. Though that's about all you can do. They'll let you paint the walls because they can just paint that over when you're dead and gone. They'll let you hang a few portraits up. That's as far as customization goes in your house. So I don't know. I don't freaking know, bro. I'm still looking into it. Let me just see if I've. Someone says their IQ is 143. Wow, that's impressive, man. Yeah, just hashtag high IQ team. Hashtag team IQ. Mind of God says market crash pending by the upcoming dip. Yeah, well, that's what they say, right? If you really, 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 really want to get a good deal on a house, you got to become a fucking gambler. You got to gamble on the markets. So it seems like everybody who buys a home is basically like a professional gambler. Someone asked if you have a high IQ when watching porn. Probably low IQ when you're watching porn. The Mind of God says, in Houston, if you are single, makes no sense to buy a home. Rent is low. Interesting. Buy land, somebody says. Good Lord. Good Jesus. Someone keeps telling me I need to get a date. I mean, do you want me to be polyamorous or something? Oh, good Lord and good Jesus. Angelo says, get married and settle your ass down. Marriage is a whole other conundrum. Don't get me started on marriage. I mean, aside from the fact that it's a major liability risk to get married in the United States if you're a man, major liability risk. My primary problem with marriage is that it's very permanent, and I don't have faith in permanence. Because people change, personalities change. Everything changes. And, you think buying a house is a stupid investment. Getting married is a dumbass investment. Getting married is, you want to talk about a risk. You want to talk about a gamble. Again, marriage presupposes that the person you're vowing the rest of your life and loyalty to for the next 80 plus years of your life, you're gambling on a person. In marriage, you are placing a bet on a human being, a thinking, breathing, feeling, fluctuating, diverse, dynamic human being. You have placed a bet that you're not going to change significantly. Man, am I like sitting on a fucking ant pile or something? Keep feeling this gnawing sensation on my leg, bro. I think I'm standing on a fucking ant pile. Anyways, yeah, so you're placing a bet on a person, and that just seems like a stupid idea. Corey Alexander says, my wife and I are a team. It's us against the world. I understand the appeal of that. I understand the appeal, kind of like partners in crime. I get it. But, man, for the marriage to pay off, it better last till death do you part. Because if not, shit, now you got an issue. Here in the United States, now you owe half your savings to the woman if you divorce. Now you owe half your savings to the woman if you get divorced. So many issues. Okay. Is there like a breed of invisible ants that I don't know about or something? Just like invisible ants. That chick was hot. All right. Let's go for a walk. I'm getting eaten alive by ants. Let's go for a walk. So yeah, that's part of the problem, you know. That's part of the issue is that yeah, so it's like it's, you know, so I don't have faith that any other human being in the world that I were to hypothetically get married to would actually be a compatible partner with me for the rest of my life. It's in the marriage vows themselves. The marriage vows themselves say it. Till death do us part. So you are gambling that you guys are going to be compatible partners to the end of your freaking lives, 80 years or more. And I don't have faith that people aren't going to change in 80 years. I don't have faith that people aren't going to change in 80 years. And so what ends up happening is that as the partners do start to change, as they suddenly find themselves not very compatible with each other, you basically get to a point where compromise needs to be made. Angela says, laugh out loud, then you just haven't found the right one. Yeah, well, if you're going to suggest, I don't know. Look, I currently have a girlfriend. Super compatible, really smart, into flat Earth, if you can believe it. Into flat Earth. And we talk all the time. We talk all day, every day. And nah, man, I don't think marriage is going to happen. And I've told her this straight up. Sorry, I think I missed the little pathway into the different path. Hang on. I missed it. Fuck. Or did I? So yeah, I just yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think that if you love somebody, you're going to be together naturally without getting married and without making a marriage vow or a marriage commitment. Like, if you guys are meant to be together because you guys are actually compatible and you guys actually do get along on a deep level, then you don't have to create a marriage contract to ensure legally that you're going to be together forever. If you're compatible and you're meant to be together forever, then you're just gonna be together forever, right? Why do you have to ensure that you stay together forever? I don't remember that fucking part. Okay, I'm just gonna go this way. Just gonna go this way. Why? If you're just meant to be and you're gonna be together forever because you're so compatible, you don't have to create like a backup plan in case you guys suddenly don't feel committed to each other. You can just be together forever and that's it. It's almost like the very fact that you're getting married and that you're having these marriage vows, it's almost like the very fact that you would even get married and even have the marriage vows suggests you don't think that you're actually going to be together forever. And so you have to have sort of a fallback plan that in sickness and in health, till death do us part. You know, it's like this thing, like you don't have to try to force it together if you are compatible and meant to be together forever. You don't have to force it if you're meant to be together. And marriage is force. It's a commitment that no matter what happens, it's us two together forever. But wouldn't that naturally happen if you were meant to be and you're very compatible? So I don't know. That creates, so those are my views on marriage. Maybe the only reason that I would get married would be because of the kid element. Yeah, found it. Only had to walk a few more feet. Maybe that's probably the only reason I would ever get married is because of the kid. You know, if I were to have kids, how do you go about doing that without marriage? And you know, you guys probably heard there's a lot of demonization out there that single parents tend to raise the worst kids. Kids from single parent households tend to grow up with a lot of issues. So there's this theme that the only way you can have happy, healthy children is if you have a man and a woman structure. You know what I'm saying? Structure. So how else are you going to have kids if you're not getting married? Now, I have pretty radical views on that, but I'm not going to get into it now because I just don't feel like we're waging war on an unconventional viewpoint right now. Angelo says marriage is also the cure for sexual immorality. It has so many purposes. Yeah. I gotta find somebody that I think I'll be compatible with for all eternity. And yeah, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. That's what they say. Somebody in the chat said it. You just haven't found the right one yet. I don't know, man. I've been in love multiple times throughout my life. And I know that feeling, that tingling feeling of being in love. And it feels like you'll do anything for this person. It's just a fucking feeling. And it's probably the most irrational fucking feeling out there. You'll do some dumb shit for love, bro. And I've been in one very long-term relationship before. Lasted around 7 years. Thought it was going to be together forever, going to get married, have kids, have a house. I thought it was going to be the whole shit. And thought I was the only person out here. I thought it was going to be the whole shit. And no, I really did. I thought I was the only person out here. I thought I was the only fucking person who used this shit. Little fucking random back trail. Nothing but trees. It's great. It's great. And something happened. I really felt like I wasn't happy, and I felt like I needed to break free, and I've never been the same since. And all for the better, actually. It's funny, I've talked to other guys who've broken up with their ex-girlfriends. Broken up with their girlfriends, and when you're in a long-term relationship, you forget how to function as an individual. It's funny because so much of your life revolves around the other person, and so when you finally break up, it's like you don't even know how to function anymore. And I've had other guys tell me this, and I'm sure women feel the same way. It's almost like you're reborn. It's like you're coming out of a coma when you break up out of a long-term relationship. It's like coming out of a coma. So the only reason that I could ever think for getting married is to have kids. That would be the only real reason I would do it. It's complicated. But to pretend that it's not complicated and to just jump into marriage and to make this wild gamble, this wild investment in another thinking, breathing, dynamic, fluctuating, spontaneous person. I mean, you think it's hard to bet on the stock markets? Imagine trying to bet on a living, breathing, dynamic, thinking, fluctuating person. And that's what marriage is. You're basically making a bet. I don't care what anybody says. You're making a bet. And indeed, that's probably why it's written in the fine print that you're going to be together in sickness and in health, in this and that. You're going to be together forever, because it's almost like they know, shit, we might not work out. We may not always want to be around each other. So we better make a contract, and we better commit to doing it, even if we don't even like each other. Which seems kind of like, that seems like besides the point of love, right? That seems besides the purpose of love. Doesn't make sense. You think the purpose of love is to spend time around somebody that you feel chemistry and compatibility with. Why would you have a contract in place that says, a marriage contract in place that says, we have to be together even when we hate each other? It almost seems like a violation of love. So, and that's the thing. It's not like I'm against the concept of love. I just think marriage is You know, I'll just say it. I'll put it like this. Marriage is not love. Marriage is just marriage. It's a contract, a legal contract, a social contract. And it's a bet. It's a gamble on a person. If you love each other and you're truly compatible and you're truly meant to be together forever, then just be it naturally, right? You don't have to get married to do it. Now, unless you're going to do it for tax reasons because the government gives you like a tax benefit, that right there should make you wonder. Why is the government incentivizing marriage? That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. The mind of God says anyone who goes along with the government in this day and age is utterly an utter moron. Someone is telling me to forgive my parents. What the hell are you talking about, dude? Live chat. What else? What else needs to be said, right? Dude, I'm not angry about my mother, bro. You might be angry about your mother. I'm not angry about my mother. Yeah, I'm in Florida, South Florida, Miami, Florida. I don't really know how tall I am. Oh, cool, Ryan. Deerfield Beach, cool. South Beach is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy.
It's up near Gainesville. Cool, man. South Beach is crazy. Yeah, yeah. South Beach is a fucking circus, dude. It's fucking mating grounds. Circus, dude. Am I at the border? Crazy Bear says, let's be real, Chris. You don't want to get married because 90% of women are damaged in some way and will take it out on the family. Who knows, right? It's a big circus. Mind of God says you should take up golf, high IQ sport, lots of good golf in your region of flat earth. That is true. You know, I've thought about that. That golf is like actually a smart sport. Thought about that. But I've always just heard the sort of mainstream demonizing of golf as just a pointless, wealthy, white person sport. Evil, rich white people scheming to take over the world over a game of golf. Anyways. Okay, I'm gonna head back now. So I guess the question is, well, you know, there are a lot of people who have kids and don't get married. I mean, it happens all the time. That's very common. And it's probably also very common that those two parents probably break up. And so now the question is, well, what happens to the kid? Isn't that damaging to the kid to see his parents split up? And that, that's what people say. People point to the statistics and they say that, yeah, children from single parent households do the worst. But why is that? Is there something magical or special about the two parents being together forever? Or is it something about people who can't be loyal to each other? Are also going to be unstable in how they raise the kid. And so is that what's messing up the kids from the single parent households? Sometimes I wonder that maybe the best role model, the best example that you can make for your children is for you to make changes in your life, even if they're tough changes, like getting divorced, because you're not happy with the person you married and you want to cultivate a life that makes you happy and fulfilled. Maybe that's a good lesson to teach your kids. Maybe staying stuck with somebody you're miserable with for no real good reason, maybe that's not the best example to put forward for your kids. Maybe you want to teach your kids that in life, you are not obligated to anybody to live in misery, and that you have the free will to change your circumstances and cultivate a life that you actually enjoy. And isn't that basically what a divorce is? Assuming you're doing it for that intention. Assuming you're not just doing it because you're trying to fuck some guy over out of half his money in the obviously biased court systems here in the US. Angelo says, the death of a parent is less harmful than divorce. Go and watch Peter Hitchens' speech on this. Oh, that's very interesting. Death of a parent is less harmful than a divorce. But why? Why? Is this just something about knowing your parents are super loyal to each other? That's just like it inspires and kindles some great thing in a child? Is that what it is? So true, somebody says, because children need both parents. That almost looks like a scaled crocodile, alligator. I don't know. Maybe children need to know that in life you're free as an individual to do what makes you happy and to never be bound by misery because of a silly marriage contract that literally makes no sense. Because if you love each other and you're compatible with each other and you're actually indeed meant to be together forever, then wouldn't you just naturally be together forever? You'd never even feel a reason to potentially break up. So you wouldn't need that little marriage contract like a straitjacket keeping you together. If you're true, so that's what I always go back to. So I feel like there's got to be some other ulterior reason people are advocating for marriage here. So again, the only reason I can think for marriage is for the child. You want to have a kid. But then that's kind of weird. Because it's like you're only marrying the person for the kid. You're not even doing it because you really like the person. So that's a little weird too. Hi, honey, let's get married. Not because I give a fuck really if I'm married to you or not, but it's really about the kid. That's a little off. That seems a little off. I mean, we know women love marriage because historically, marriage was like a free ticket to like getting supported. And you know, in the older days, she basically had a free roof over her head, and you got basically everything taken care of for her. Now you could argue that she was oppressed and she couldn't go out and be the free butterfly she always wanted to be. I mean, okay, maybe. I'm sure some women think that. Not all, though, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I feel like the only reason maybe that you would get married is because of this concept of like long-term family lineage. Maybe like that. Maybe that's like the reason. Someone says as a young guy, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, if you can provide an actual like good justification for marriage, and refute what I'm saying, that would be like interesting at least. That would at least be interesting. Anyways. Hey, we're talking about marriage and whether or not marriage makes any sense. We're talking about whether or not marriage makes any sense. Someone says, go get an education. Why would you threaten me with a lifetime of debt, you sick bastard? What the hell is wrong with you? You sick fuck. That's a threat, bro. In the 21st century, telling someone to go get an education is a threat. A lifetime of debt. That's a threat, bro. Men gaying their own way. Angelo Avetti says, marriage is an open and concrete declaration of faithfulness. Right. That's exactly what it is. It's a concrete declaration that you're going to be with somebody even if you don't like them after a few years. Right? 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 What if you're not compatible after a few years? That's a great role model for children. That's a great example to put forward for your kids. Kids, if you're fucking miserable, shut your mouth and deal with it. Maybe that's why the government gives tax incentives for marriage. Because they want to teach you how to shut up and put up with misery. Because I'm sure the government, they know what's good for us. That's why they give tax incentives for marriage. I'm sure the government knows what's good for us. I'm sure they care. It's about to rain. Shit. Okay, guys, well, I might have to end the stream because I don't want this thing to get covered in raindrops. Someone says marriage is a contract. Exactly. That's my point. It's a contract. Yeah, it's starting to get droppity, droplets. Droppity droplets. Okay, guys. Well, it was a great chat. Thank you guys for ameliorating some of my boredom. Thank you to Ranty, and I think it was DMT Matrix for the super chats. Starting to rain. So, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Okay. Later, people.